Social media and activism have been inseparable since the 2010 Arab Spring demonstrations. The relationship between the two was further strengthened when Black Lives Matter was first used in 2013 in response to George Zimmerman's shooting of an unarmed black teenager, Trayvon Martin, that year.
We're not going to stop until we get justice for Trayvon.
Black Lives Matter then went on to become the American Dialect Word of the Year in 2014. The hashtag that had been tweeted over 30 million times between July 2013 and May 2018 reached a new high in 2020 following George Floyd's death in May. The numbers reached a staggering 8.8 million on May 28, with the average reaching to 3.7 million a day. The hashtag provided a momentum to the movement, which propelled it from the US to pretty much all over the world. Protests spread everywhere from Europe and Africa to far ends of Asia.
Thousands of women are using two words on social media to identify themselves as survivors of sexual harassment and assault.
Similar is the case for Me Too, which was first used by Tarana Burke in 2006 and subsequently snowballed into a social movement against sexual abuse and harassment. With the movement, people publicized allegations of sex crimes committed by prominent men holding positions of power.
Yet, it remained relatively unknown till on October 15, 2017, actress Alyssa Milano tweeted,
"If you've been sexually harassed or assaulted, write Me Too." This led to the conviction of the famous Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, where more than 80 women came out against his predatory behavior and unwelcome sexual advances. However, that's not all there is to social media's impact on mass mobilization.
You're going from 0 to 100 miles in just a month or two. You need a better steering wheel than a Facebook group.
In 2011, one email inspired by the Arab Spring protests started the Occupy Wall Street movement.
On the one hand, it was really powerful in bringing to people's attention something that was important, inequality. But if you look at the electoral results, or if you look at sort of the policy, it wasn't taken as a threat. And the people in power just didn't really change their way. Inequality hasn't gone down. We don't have new legislation that opposes or tries to dampen inequality. Since we can do things much easier with digital technology, they don't necessarily have the same level of teeth. A similar action, say a March on Washington, might have 30, 40, 50 years ago, because that was the result of a long process of organizing.
While the hashtags can empower some to speak up against their oppressors, they can also give unmonitored power to hive-minded trolls. These trolls, more often than not, spread vicious lies and pollute online discourses. Case in point being the death of Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput, which sparked the hashtag Justice for SSR. Another incident of mass trolling using hashtags was seen in October this year when the hashtag Boycott Tanish gained traction after the brand put out an advertisement showing interfaith marriage and Hindu-Muslim unity. The brand was forced to take down the advertisement after several users expressed their contempt online. Parallel to its increasing popularity, hashtag activism has also garnered harsh criticism owing to its virtual nature. Critics claim that just by one retweet on Twitter or one click on Facebook, individuals are led to believe that they have supported a cause. These activities pose a minimal cost on participants. They don't have to invest resources like their time or labor. People don't even have to move from behind the screens of their electronic devices. Hence, this activism is often referred to as armchair activism by its detractors. Another term notoriously associated with online activism is slacktivism. Many believe that those who share these hashtags simply do so to gain traction, and this has nothing to do with actual concern for the cause. However, the assumption that these low-effort tasks substitute rather than supplement substantive action has been criticized itself, especially when one looks at how inclusive online activism can be for those who are unable to leave their homes to be actively involved on ground.
Communication dynamics around political protests have a very special structural signature. So you have a core of highly committed participants, so that would be the users on the streets. But then to spread the word out, you also need the large periphery of low commitment participants who might only retweet one message every now and then, but who on the aggregate generate as much information as the core of very active users.
Hashtags like #MeToo aren't just about clicking the like button on a Facebook status or changing one's avatar color to support the cause, but rather they are about inspiring actual inclusivity and change. It can be easy to dismiss social media activism as slacktivism if you're not familiar with how it works. But such a dismissal also privileges people who do not deal with any kind of disability and are able to leave their homes for protest demonstrations. Hashtags have provided an unprecedented thrust to social movements. More people than ever before are made aware of issues that demand their attention. Digital social relationships provide a new dimension to the debate of contemporary social awareness. They do so by allowing suspension of geographical boundaries. It enables extensive and rapid dissemination of all sorts of information and ideologies. It also brings like-minded people together. People come out to the streets in solidarity with each other in whatever part of the world that they are in. The global nature of movements propelled by hashtags like Black Lives Matter and #MeToo has supported in creating a necessary response to them, thus making them a great first step in demanding action and accountability from those who are in positions of power.